The meeting was at 10. I'd already been in it for 3 hours. Not in the room, in my head. In the shower, in the car, in the lift, running version of a conversation that hadn't happened yet. If you overthink conversation like this, replaying them in your head before and after they happen, this video is for you. I'm Sukunta. I spent over 20 years in international corporate environments, reached director level, and then, quietly, gradually burnt out. I built the stability under pressure method from what I lived and what I now see in every high-achieving woman I worked with. Today, I want to tell you about the week I finally saw what I was actually doing in those 3 hours. Because it wasn't what I thought I was doing. Let me take you into one of those mornings, and I want to slow it right down because at normal speed, it just looks like being organized. It was a Tuesday. The meeting was a quarterly review. Senior room, real stakes. I was ready. The numbers were checked. The slides were done. I had finished the actual work the day before. So watch what happened at 7 in the morning. I'm in the shower and the first scenario starts. What if my boss questions the figure? I answer him, in my head, out loud almost. Then I improve the answer. Then I run a version where a colleague pushes back on the timeline. And I handle that too. By the time I'm dressed, I'm on scenario 4. And I'm not just rehearsing answers anymore. I'm rehearsing me, a calmer me, a sharper me, a version of me that can't be cut out. In the car, more of it. In the lift, a final pass. 3 hours of it before a single person had asked me anything. The meeting started at 10. It lasted 40 minutes. It went well. They usually did. And then, that evening, here's the part that I never used to count. I went back in. 9 o'clock at night. Dinner done. Laptop closed. And I'm back in that room. Replaying the moment I answered too quickly. Rewriting one sentence I wish I had said differently. Studying a pause that someone had made after I spoke. Looking for clues about what it actually meant. One meeting. Lived 3 times. And only one of them paid me. Now, for years, I had a word for all of this. Professional. I called it being prepared, being thorough, caring about my work. And everyone around me agreed, because from the outside, it looks exactly like excellence. Nobody ever pulled me aside and said, "You know that meeting only existed once, right?" But let me tell you what all those years actually cost. Because I did the math eventually. And it frightened me. Say it's 2 extra hours per difficult meeting. The morning version and the evening version. 3 or 4 of those meetings a week. That's a full working day every week spent in room that either didn't exist yet or didn't exist anymore. For 20 years. And it wasn't just time. It's why I was exhausted in a way that never matched my calendar. My calendar said 1 meeting. I attended 3. No wonder the weekend never felt long enough. Then one week, everything shifted because I finally asked myself one honest question. At 7 in the morning, standing in that shower, Was I working on the presentation? Or was I working on being acceptable? Because those two are completely different jobs. Preparation is about the material. You check the numbers, you sharpen the argument, you think through the real question people might ask you. And then preparation ends because the work is ready. Rehearsal is about you. It starts after the work is ready and it doesn't end. You're not refining the argument anymore. You're refining yourself. Trying out version of yourself for a panel that hasn't even shown up yet. My work had been ready since the day before. So those 3 hours were never preparation. They were rehearsal. Now, let me show you what the first week of seeing this actually looked like. Because I didn't stop rehearsing. Let me be really honest about that. Monday morning, I caught myself in the shower, 4 scenarios, deep into a meeting that was still 5 hours away. And I didn't fight it. I just said to myself, quietly, there it is. That's the line. The work is done. This part is about me. That was the whole practice. The rehearsal carried on, by the way. But it carried on watched. And that's a different thing. Wednesday, I missed it completely. Ran the full 3 version, morning and evening. And only realized at 10 at night, lying in bed, still editing a sentence from a meeting that had gone perfectly well. Old habit, I felt like a failure about it. New understanding, that was just a rep I missed. And then Friday, something small and strange happened. The evening replay started, right on schedule. And I recognized it so fast that it sort of lost its grip. Same pattern, same line, running backwards. I watched it for a minute. And then I picked my book instead. Nothing dramatic, just one evening, attended once. Here's why this matters, and then I'll let you go. If you rehearse like this, it's not because something is wrong with you. The women who rehearsed hardest are almost always the most capable people in the room. I was good at my job. You're good at yours. Rehearsal is what happens when your competence is being asked to do a job that self-trust was supposed to do. Somewhere along the way, you learn that the unrehearsed you wasn't safe to bring. So you've been sending the rehearsed one instead, for years, at enormous cost. And it can be unlearned. That's the whole point of this channel. Every Tuesday, I write a newsletter on LinkedIn called Hold Your Line, where I take one of these patterns apart properly. This week's edition is called The Meeting You Attended 3 Times, and is the written, deeper version of everything I just told you. If you want it every week, the subscription link is in the description below. This week, just watch the line, the moment the work is done and the rehearsal wants to begin. You don't have to stop it yet. Seeing it is the beginning. Understanding your patterns is the beginning of your power. No one owns you.